So I am back in the office. I have been away a lot in June. I rode the Gran Fondo Eddie Merckx in Verona, but after that, really, which was the capper of my season, I think, I finally got invited to and rode the Maratona Dolomiti in Corvara, Italy. Now, if you haven't heard about this ride, this is one of these bucket list Gran Fondos for sure. I've heard about this for years. People have been telling me about this ride for a long time. Friends of mine in Italy have been saying, you gotta come and do this ride. And I've ridden in the Dolomites before, in and around Corvara, Cortina, ridden over some of the climbs, the Campolongo, the Giao. There are some really, really big climbs in the Dolomites, and these feature every year in the Giro d'Italia, and they stand out because the scenery and the mountains there are so spectacular that it's basically jaw-droppingly amazing is what it is. So when I finally got a chance to do this ride, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it. Now, it wasn't without some trepidation and a little anxiety, because the course on this thing, here's what it looks like. This is a climber's Gran Fondo. This is a long course, 138 kilometers, 7 passes, culminating with the Passo Giao, 10 kilometers, 11 kilometers long, 11%, 10% average grade for the whole time. I mean, that is hard. That's up there with the hardest climbs I've ever ridden. On the day, I actually opted for the medio, which was 100 kilometers long and 6 mountain passes. So we got to forego the Giao, which was fine, filled in with the Passo Falzarego, which is 11 kilometers long at around 6%. But look at this, out of the top, you start out of the gate, you're basically going uphill over the Campolongo. We go to the Passo Sella, Passo Gardena. There's a couple others in here. Descend back into Corvara and then back up the Campolongo again, over to down the valley, up the Valparola, and then back down. Really beautiful descent here, brings you back into the valley, loops around, and brings you back to where you started. The course, it actually looks like this. I'm gonna need my glasses for this one, but basically we are starting here in Corvara, and we head on up Campolongo, over the Campolongo, descend down to Araba, then we big long climb up here, up to the Passo Pordoi, down again into the basement, back up over the Passo Sella, Passo Gardena, beautiful descent this way into Corvara. It loops back into Corvara, which is really handy, because I did a little trick later on there. I'll show you what that was coming up in my video. Then we head out on the long loop back here, and you can keep going on the super long loop, takes you out over the Giao and back. I did this one, up the climb here, up to the Falzarego, and then back this way. Really great, super well organized event. So this thing is so popular that 8,000 people get invited to join or get their pass to go, but 24,000 people actually apply to ride this thing every year. This was, I think, around the 25th year they've had this. It is a big deal. It is a really fun Gran Fondo. Basically, out there on the roads, riding with 8,000 people, it was pretty spectacular. So what I did is got the GoPro out. I shot video along the way. I actually decided as I was doing this that I was going to do some Instagram live while I was on there. And thanks to the fantastic cell coverage they have in Italy, this was not a problem. So I actually had a bunch of live stuff. I actually have incorporated that into my video. So what you're going to see is me taking you through the day of what it's like to ride the Maratona Dolomiti. And it was a big one. It was fun. So sit back, enjoy, maybe make yourself a little bowl of popcorn, because it's going to be good. But if you want to know what this ride is like, this will give you some idea of what it was like. So yeah, once we get to the finish of this thing, feel free to drop your comments down below or questions. I'll be happy to answer them as much as I can. It was a good ride. One, I would say for sure worth doing. If you like riding in Europe, you like riding well-organized Gran Fondos, then for sure this is something you want to put on the list, the bucket list, and try and get over there and do it. So, all right, here we go. We're going to roll that tape. All right, it is coming up on 5:30. Morning in the Maratona. Weather looks actually good. Check this out. Look at that. That is blue sky up there. And look at this. All those riders down there, everybody's heading down to the start. I'm a little bit apprehensive, but I'm actually feeling pretty good. They had breakfast ready for us at the hotel at like 4:30 in the morning, which was fantastic. Got tons of food in. Got my eggs, got my bacon going, like to get the fat content in there. A little bit of just ham, because I kind of like that. I do a thing with toast, get a nice chunk of bread, toast it up, put on some jam, add a couple of slices of cheese,
It's delicious. Also drinking my special coffee, chocolate, hot chocolate, shot of espresso in there. Fantastic. I think it's gonna be a good day. The bike is ready to go. The Pinarello, the Dogma I'm gonna be riding, looks fantastic. Test rode it yesterday. It's a great riding experience. There it is right there. Really looking forward to spending the day with this bad boy. All right, so yesterday we did a tour of the Pinarello factory. Had a look at them prepping and building a whole lot of Dogmas, and little did I know that I would be actually riding one of those beautiful bikes today. I knew I was riding a Pinarello, but look at this. Here's my ride. This brand new, out of the box Pinarello Dogma. Look at this beautiful purple color. Princeton Wheelworks wheels. Finish on this bike is really top notch. It is amazing. Shimano Di2 equipped. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. That's it. We are at the start. Here, 8,000 riders. Everybody's up super early. And this is a hard ride. These are good riders. So let's see, we're on the Campolongo. It's about 5K, 6K into this thing. The sun has just come over the top of the mountains there. It's pretty cool lighting up the peloton like this. 8,000 riders slowly making their way up this climb. Helicopters up there providing the live coverage on a ride. So yeah, if you're here in Italy, you can watch the Maratona Dolomiti live on television. Coming around another switchback, and look what I see. Bam! Just really spectacular. Yeah, here we are, top of the first climb. The Passo Campolongo, we're up at 1,875 meters. And that is pretty high. And coming from sea level, you kind of feel it. I'm feeling it. There's not a lot of air up here. Not as much as I'm used to. At least that's one of my excuses for why I'm riding so slow. All right, so we're gonna have an amazing descent here. And let's see what this looks like. Here we go. Climb number 2. We're on our way up the Pordoi. Up to the Passo Pordoi. Pretty good climb, 5%, 6%. Look at how spectacular this is. The race has been on for about an hour. And this is 8,000 cyclists streaming their way up. There is the top, right there. I would say I am halfway up the Passo Pordoi. It's a good climb. Good grade, but you know, not like I'm feeling super great or anything, but it doesn't matter. There's lots of people feeling just like I am, or worse. The scenery is spectacular. There's the helicopter. Look at the mountains here. Oh my God. It is fantastic. All right, the top of the Passo Pordoi. We are at 2,200 meters, I think. It's really high up here. And it's a bit chilly. And there is this band doing a gig here. And somebody's doing social media. So let's see what that looks like. All right, we're back.
so that was the descent off of the top of the Pordoi. Behind me, look at this. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of stuff you see when you're doing this ride. Spectacular mountain, the Dolomiti. I mean, this is got to be the most spectacular gran fondo I have ever done. Look at this behind me. Look at this. Massive peaks all around. We are at the first food stop, and check this out. Here's what we've got. Coke, lots of bananas, oranges, people serving stuff. No bars, little snacks. And people are just streaming on through. Stay tuned. I'll check in at the top of this next climb. That's going to be climb number 3. Well, we are getting close to the summit of that climb right there. I can't remember the name of it. Climb number 3. It was cold down in the valley, and we got up into the sun. It's actually nice up here now. It's kind of warming up, getting to be a good temperature, but we're in the thick of the action. There is just rider after rider after rider trying to get through this crowd. Sometimes there's a little bit of a jam. But you know what? The pace is calm. People are pretty cool. Nobody's really talking because everybody's working so hard. But I think everybody's pretty happy to be here. All right, guess what? We're at the top of the Passo Sella. There's the sign right there. There's the proof. There's the descent back there. That's where we're heading. And that was one crammed, crowded climb here. Let me give you the full action shot here. Riders are just, it's an endless sea of riders here. I could not tell you where I am in this mix. I started in the, I started in the top 1,000, probably in about 1,000th place, being passed by probably about 2,000 people is my guess. But I passed a few on that climb, actually. For some odd reason, I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I can't explain why. Because I wasn't feeling so great on the first 2 climbs. But maybe it's the scenery. I mean, just get a load of this. Look at this. We're just climbing, descending, climbing, riding. It's really amazing. Now, pretty soon it's going to be time for a coffee stop. So I think we'll see what the next pass brings. And that might be a good time for a coffee. So you can join me probably in about 15 or 20 minutes. I'll be back for another round of this thing. Thanks for staying tuned and watching live with us, because this is a lot of fun. For me, probably more fun for you watching than it is for me doing it. Aren't you glad you tuned in for this? So we're at the top of Gardena. We basically just came up there. These are live music. I don't know if they're taking requests, and it's not even that annoying, quite honestly. It's kind of cool. But I know there's coffee up there. It's the Segafredo. Oh, grazie. I'm not sure what this is, but... Oh, this looks like a good strudel. And quite frankly, my food strategy is not working out on this. I actually didn't pack any food because I was assuming there'd be all kinds of food at these food stops. So the first one just had bananas and oranges. Wasn't doing me any good.
I just had to rescue a gel from the road because I was getting hungry. And I wasn't sure when the next stop was coming. So people are trying to get their gels. They're dropping them all over the place. I spy one in the middle of the road. And I'm like, I circle back. I got to get that thing. But it was like playing Frogger to try and get to it. Bikes are coming. I'm looking for an opening. Happy to say I was successful in my quest. All right, now let's get some coffee. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, getting our sugar. Squeeze that, yeah. There we go. Look at that. Everybody's coming straight. A little coffee. There's a guy from Canada. Hey, Canada.
I'm Alex.
Alex, we're broadcasting live on Instagram right now.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Go Canada.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Good. Are you from Canada too?
No.
Yeah, we're actually meeting people all over the road here. It's great. How's the ride going?
Great. This is a beautiful weather, beautiful location. Couldn't ask for a better day.
I know.
You know, your legs warm up, so. And by the way, it's only halfway when you finish job.
Yeah.
So just so that you know.
I've heard all this one. All right. Have a good
Excellent.
one.
Have a great ride,
Cheers,
Richard.
man.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. All right, so there we go. We've got some people happening here. All right, Pez fans. I know what you're thinking. If you're one of the 10 people watching this, you're probably going, hey, Pez, where have you been for the last 45 minutes? So we just finished like the first half of this thing. This thing's shaped in a figure 8. So we go out, you do this loop that's about 55K. It starts and finishes down in Corvara. So that first loop finishes with a big long descent down into Corvara. Luckily, my hotel is right in Corvara, and I came up with a great strategy, which was peel into the hotel, get rid of some layers, put on a dry base layer, change my socks because they were wet, and ate a bunch of stuff down there, and came back out and decided to go for it. I'm committed myself to the 100K ride. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a big ride for me. But I am now back at the top of the Campolongo, so it's our second time up this pass, and there's a big-ass food stop up here. Just ate another panino. Got some food in. I'm starting to feel the fatigue for sure. Getting up this climb was being tricky, but we've got a big long descent, run down the valley for a while, and then there is a climb up the Falzarego, which is I think around 10K. And yeah, I came down it yesterday, and I was thinking, ooh, this is a long climb to go back up, and that's what we're going to be doing. And then we'll descend back into the finish. So this is going to be, I think we got a couple more hours on this thing, and I will keep you posted. So I will not let you down. I'm going to be back. That is one very Austrian-looking town. And that is a sign we are at the bottom of the Passo Falzarego. This climb is 11 kilometers long, according to the sign. It's right there. We came down it yesterday. And to be honest, I'm not looking forward to going back up. But look at this old building. So there's a big group kind of getting together here. Imagine we'll be suffering together on this thing. And we are heading up towards the rocky top of this thing. 11K. Okay, well, let's get on with it. And basically from there it's downhill most of the way to home. So that's going to be fun. All right, we're nearing the top of the Falzarego, 11K. I got about 2 more to go. And it's actually been a pretty nice climb. Sort of like 5-6% most of the way. But I did find that talking to people along the way really broke up the monotony. Some little interesting conversations with people from all over the place. Good little pro tip on how to beat the drudgery of a long climb. And check it out, we're inside a tunnel right now. This is cool. Good photo op up here. Whoa.
We're back live. All right, everybody. So, here's what we are doing right now. So we're at the top of the
Falzarego.
Okay, so we're going up. But I happened to run into my old chum, Steve Smith from Castelli.
My chum?
So we're sitting on a bench, we're having a snack, and just, you know, I was kind of just about at the end of my 100-kilometer ride. These guys are doing the long one. And we just by chance reconnected. So we saw each other at the start, and here we are.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be able to ride together, actually, which will be kind of fun. So yeah, anyways, but we will be back because we haven't finished this thing yet. There's a lot more live Instagram to come with Pez and my pals.
As you can see, I am now done the ride. Having a cold beer, which I believe I have earned, and I am very satisfied with that. Got the hat. Finished the ride. Oddly enough, I started feeling better climb after climb, and my best climb was the last one. Don't know why. Somehow I kind of transitioned into having good legs or something like that, but I gotta say, the event overall has been really good. It was a little bit of a casino at the end. We couldn't get out of the corral and things aren't really marked super well, but that's okay. I found my way into the correct place for me to be. Got myself my medal, which is actually made out of wood, and inside here is like crushed stone from the region, made by some artisans apparently. So it's kind of cool. But a pretty good event. People are still coming in, doing the long one, the short, medium ones. 2:30 in the afternoon. I started at 6:30. I finished around 1:30. 7 hours on the bike. Took lots of stops, including my hotel stop to change my base layer and socks and kind of fit in the fresh kit. Good idea. I recommend that. Weather has been great. Prego, sì. This has turned out to be a pretty good day. I was a bit nervous about all these climbs and how long this was going to be. I ended up doing about 112 kilometers today. I haven't exactly figured out how much I've climbed. But beautiful ride, beautiful region. I would definitely come back to this event. And if you haven't done this, put this on your bucket list. It is something to do. All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to get back to relaxing and recovery with a cold beer here, and we'll talk to you again soon. Cheers. Ciao. Keep it Pez. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, peace out. Whoa.